Are those farm fresh eggs?
Half of them. All different kinds. Big brown, little brown, speckled, blues. Whites.
Is this farm fresh bacon?
No, we didn't kill the pigs here.
That's not farm fresh salsa.
It's restaurant style, though.
But it is restaurant style. Good morning, guys. You guys get a new ball? Yeah. You guys all follow me when I walk towards the hay. See what happens? Good morning. It's a little chilly today here in Arizona, actually. Actually says it's gonna rain. Not today. 20% chance rain today, 60% chance tomorrow. And definitely looks that way. Can't see the sky at all. Completely overcast. And some dark clouds on the other side. But we're at our friend's little farm again. Check it out. Casita, truck camper, and the Airstream. Fun fact. The Casita has never met the Airstream until last night when we got here. We drove all day yesterday from Rancho Cucamonga, California, where our friend lives. We were at for a little dinner party last night, or yesterday morning we left there. The night before was the dinner party. We spent the night and left around 11 o'clock yesterday and got here in the dark, about 7, 8 o'clock. And then there was a 1 hour time difference. So pretty much just went straight to bed, laid in bed and wound down a little bit before we actually fell asleep. It was good to be back in the Casita again. We left the Casita here. We're gone for about 10 days almost. Just took the truck and the truck camper so that we can go get the Airstream. And after, gosh, how many miles? Close to 500, maybe a little more than 500 miles later, we've got the Airstream here at our friend's place. And if you guys haven't heard, we're gonna set up our Airstream as an Airbnb. So this is, I believe, part 3 of the series. Temporarily called the Airstream B&B project. So we've been talking to our friends. We've been trying to figure out what to do ever since we took our Airstream back from Caravan Outpost. It hasn't been there since December. So yeah, the reason why we came to our friend Chris and Brittany's place here in Cave Creek is because they expressed interest in hosting. So our plan is to kind of do a co-hosting gig with our Airstream on their property. And what will be cool is, if you look at that video of, I'll put a link right there, of like a little tour that Luca gave of their farm. We're kind of trying to make it like a little farm experience. They have donkeys, goats, obviously dogs, cats, chickens, ducks, fish, and a couple pigs, and farm fresh eggs in the morning. You know, we'll make it a really nice, like, serene setting where we set up the Airstream. It should be cool. We're hoping that it won't take more than a couple of weeks to get it all set up, but there's gonna be a lot of work. First things first, what I gotta do is I need to pull the Airstream through where the Casita is. So there's gonna be some shuffling involved. I have to hitch the Casita up to the truck, move it out of the way, so then the Airstream could be pulled through here. Ah, there's Chris. He's up. Let's go talk to him. We got back in the dark.
Yeah.
We considered making it a 2-day trip, but
Yeah.
it wasn't necessary.
Once the kids are good in the back,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
Once they got the iPads going, we just blasted.
It's
Yeah.
cold in Arizona today.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's gonna rain maybe tomorrow?
Yeah, there's supposed to be like 3-4 days it's supposed to be like this.
Yeah, well, Maybe it's good for working outside if it's not raining.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Even if it does rain, it'll be nice for the.
That's
to
true.
Do some digging.
I don't think it's gonna pour.
No.
Right?
I don't think so.
It's just like these clouds.
Looks nice.
I was trying to figure this out. Like driving it, so I'm gonna have to move the casita, I think, to kind of angle it right so it goes there. You know.
And we were out here
Yeah.
one day looking at like places to put it.
Yeah. Were you thinking
And
there's a better place?
We were kind of thinking like trim these trees, kind of put it right in here, and put some kind of like really cool like wood separator.
Yeah.
So they'd have like
All
all
the
this
front
to
yard.
look out.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be right next to the road.
That's
And it
true.
would be kind of like a
And that would be easier than to
Yeah.
try to drive through that.
yeah. They wouldn't really see the house and
It'll be easier to run all the.
yeah
Stuff
yeah because
too.
the septic is just right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
That'll be really easy, actually.
So I was like, Dan's gonna drive in there, and then his truck's
Yeah.
gonna be stuck.
Right.
Like, I don't want to knock over any cactus and try to
Yeah.
get out.
Our initial plan was to put it right here, like out by the road, because it'll be kind of far away from them, a little bit more privacy for them, and then just kind of have this space, which is the road is right here. There's like a little low fence along the front of the property. It's kind of a good area right there, but yeah, the tricky part is once you're in here, like what do you do with the truck? You're gonna have to flatten some plant or another to get the truck out of here, which I didn't want to do. So yeah, the new plan, which I like, is to put it by the house. So that's their house. That's their house right there. And those 3 Palo Verdes, just put it sort of along the Palo Verdes facing this way, so they have kind of this open space in the front, and then septic is right there, electric is really close, and obviously water's right there, so that could all work out pretty easily. Yeah, it's a good idea. And then we can do some, you know, maybe some privacy fencing, and you know, I want to do some hammocks, and then you have these big beautiful desert plants in this pretty good sized saguaro. It'll be a nice, cool little Sonoran desert getaway. And in fact, where they're at, there's the Sonoran Desert Preserve, which is only like maybe like 200 yards that way, where this road kind of ends into a T intersection. On the other side of that is literally thousands of acres of protected state land. So, and it's gonna stay like that, hopefully, you know, for the next 50-ish years at least. So that would be cool. Place to go recreate, take walks, hang out when the weather's nicer than this. But yeah, this is where it starts. Time to get the project rolling. So that's where she's gonna be. That's the spot right there. The original spot was gonna be by this fence over here, but I think this is a much better place. We have really close access to all the utilities of the house. So I went ahead and got a 35-foot heavy-duty water hose that we'll be able to hook up, and it connects to the water right there. And then I've got electricity set up. Look, are you doing school? Are you doing math?
Well, So Mommy said I have to take a break.
Okay, you're taking a break. Electricity right now I'm plugged in just to a little 15 amp outlet to the 30 amp plug going into the trailer. That'll be good enough for now. In the summertime, obviously, we're gonna need more to run the AC, and we're also not in anybody's way right here. So if you look, this front of the house where the Airstream is, we're gonna kind of enclose, not completely, but partially, just with segments of fencing, like where these two trees are, and going back. So there'll be roughly, this is roughly like a 50 by 40. It's about a 2,000 square foot space that the Airstream will have as kind of private space. And what we'll also do is we'll do some 12 foot or 14 foot tall. So they sell these 4x6s that are 14 feet tall, so you can go 2 foot into the ground, 12 foot tall, and we'll make some like shade, sun sail, shade cloth that'll stretch over the Airstream. And in front of the Airstream, we'll build like a patio out of pressure treated wood with gravel in the middle, so that'll make the floor, because you can't do a deck out here in the desert. If you do a deck, snakes will hide underneath, so you don't want that. And the way that this is set up, the back of the Airstream faces where the sun sets, so beautiful sunsets every night in the desert, right from the back of the panoramic windows.
I forgot what to say, but then I thought of something else.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Remember that virtual reality?
What about it?
I just thought of this. If you could get